and so on.
Okay, welcome back. This is Jason Wilcox here with John W. Conroy, QC, lawyer for the Coalition Against Repeal. We covered his speech. Beautiful speech on legalization, beautiful speech on the medical aspect as well. Can you maybe touch a little bit on us for the coalition and for our viewers that are just kind of looking for what the lawyer has to say? You know, what does John have to say? Because hearing it from certain committee members and from the coalition doesn't always make it clear. So how can we clear things up a little bit, because we're in muddy water?
Well, the constitutional right in Canada was reaffirmed by the Ontario Court of Appeal in a case called Murnaugh to be that when your doctor supports you and medically approves you for the use of cannabis as medicine for the particular ailment that you have, that then you have this constitutional right of reasonable access. And so the situation is simply that we have, I've heard something like 23,000 patients who have authorizations to possess and either personal production licenses or designated growers under the current system. And under the proposed new system, they propose to repeal all of the MMAR, including those parts. And we say that the defect in the proposed new regulations is simply that they don't provide for the poor. They don't provide an ability for a person to continue to produce their own medicine, to be secure in the safety and so on of their premises. I'm talking about people with immune issues who have spent a lot of money in order to develop something so that they can feel safe about the production of their own medicine and so on. And people who have managed to produce it for $1 to $4 a gram. So you've got that whole group in there who have learned how to grow for themselves and to do it this way in order to reduce their costs, because the $8 to $10 government estimate is the same as or similar to the black market and Compassion Club prices and dispensary prices. So it's that group. With ordinary medicine, they go to the pharmacy. If you've got an insurance card from work or whatever, it reduces the cost. Everybody has to pay for their medicine. Some medicines are virtually without cost, so everybody expects to pay some. But people should continue to be entitled to reduce their costs down to what they can afford and control, not just afford, but control in terms of health and safety and so on, instead of depending upon somebody who is, maybe growing for many different people and with many employees. How do you maintain the safety for the person with Hep C who's got an immune problem, for example? So the objective is to say that the new regulations proposed are good as far as they go, but they're unconstitutional because they fail to provide reasonable access for these people. The old regulations, they're a pile of, toss them out, but not the personal production part. And that's the only defect in the new reg. So all you have to do is take that and put that there, and we're in business, and everything should be fine again.
So
we seek a declaration of unconstitutionality, and we seek to prevent the repeal of the PPLs particularly, and to freeze the situation, hopefully get those declarations, and then the government's given, the convention is up to a year to try and fix it up and make it constitutionally, obviously easy thing to do. There will be other rules and regulations which meet some of the concerns to do with either residences and fires and all those sorts of things. There's lots of precedents and so on to sort those out in a reasonable manner, on a reasonable basis, where assessing reasonable risk and so on. So that's the hope. Once we know what the dates are, the dates that were proposed are all up in the air. So because the regs didn't come in when anticipated, the regs, when they come in, will set all the dates, and so we won't know what they are until then. No use speculating. And that's the situation we're in. If the regs come in and they repeal and they don't listen to this, and we lose in court on that issue, then the obvious next thing is, and that's why in the impact statements we need more. We need more about the consequences and the damages people will suffer if they lose their license, in the sense of the plant and investment and so on, the investment in strains maybe and so forth, so that the class action, see, the first action we call a representative action to try and prevent the damage from occurring, and if the damage occurs, then we, by class action for the group, seek the damages caused by the person who's caused you the damage, which we say is the government, in suddenly taking away this license that you've had for 10, 11, maybe 13 years.
Yeah, exactly. Excellent. Thank you very much for clearing things up, John, and coming on Cannabis in Canada. And thank you again for the speech today. It was excellent, well done, and it was good to see you at the event.
Okay.
Enjoy the rest of the event.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Well, business is blossoming at a hydroponic shop in BC. Sales have been smoking hot ever since 2 U.S. states legalized marijuana. The company, called Green Planet, carries everything anyone would need to grow plants, any kind of plants, indoors. In Colorado, it is now legal to have 6 marijuana plants in a secure area. Well, business is blossoming at a hydroponic shop in BC. Sales have been smoking hot ever since 2 U.S. states legalized marijuana. The company, called Green Planet, carries everything anyone would need to grow plants, any kind of plants, indoors. In Colorado, it is now legal to have 6 marijuana plants in a secure area.